welcome back again to my channel. So for today's video, I am going to tackle all about the 7 environmental principles. I know some of you know about what are the 7 environmental principles, but let me explain it for more details. So let us start now. So first is, everything is connected to everything else. Ang lahat ng bagay ay magkakaugnay. Human interactions with nature oftentimes alters the ecosystem. The waste we improperly dispose of brings about the deteriorations of land and water quality. This may in turn reduce their capacity to provide life for other organisms. Deforestation causes soil erosions, and the earth deposited in the water bodies covers the coral reefs, resulting to fishery loss. Suspended particulates from vehicular and stationary sources may cause lung problems among city residents. War causes destructions of wildfowl and habitats. There is a cause and effects chain, even when it is neither always visible nor observable. So the second one is, all forms of life are important. Ang lahat na may buhay ay mahalaga. All living organisms were created for a purpose in relations to humans, other species on Earth, and global ecosystems in general. To maintain ecological balance, therefore, the conservation of genes, species, and ecosystems becomes essential to keep life together. Biodiversity conservation strategies commence with the protections of both terrestrial and aquatic ecosystem. Land uses such as protected areas ensure that the natural state of these habitats continue to exist in designated areas. Community-based approach in conservation maximize citizens' participations in protected areas. Integrity of natural ecosystems can likewise be guarded through the preservation of indigenous species. Third is, everything must go somewhere. Ang lahat ng bagay may patutunguhan. The products of consumption go back to the environment. Everything that we throw away, pieces of paper, leftover food, peelings of fruits, plastic wrappers, used containers, have to go somewhere. Even plants and animals have their own waste. Feces, urine, dead leaves, and branches. It is the law of nature that the products of metabolism return to the soil, acted upon first by worms, bacteria, and fungi, and then converted into minerals to be again absorbed by plants and eaten by animals. In short, they enter into a material cycle that is an integral part of the ecosystem. So next is, ours is a infinite earth. Ang kalikasan ay may hangganan. Everything that we need is provided by nature in abundance. Food, water, energy, minerals, and air. However, some resources that we depend upon nowadays are extracted excessively but are slow to replace. These non-renewable sources experience limits of supply. For instance, fossil fuels produced over thousands of years may be exhausted in 100 years. Some energy sources like water and wood may be replaced easier but have become inaccessible due to pollution and excessive extraction. Diminishing forest cover have resulted from logging and effective reforestation and continued land conservation. So next is, nature knows best. Ang kalikasan ang mas nakakaalam. Nature manifests certain processes that enable it to maintain balance and remain in a state of equilibrium. The nutrient cycling of nitrogen, carbon, sulfur, and phosphorus in the air, water, and land indicates that minerals are utilized within the confines of the earth. The flow of energy from the sun enables light to be converted into sugar in plants through photosynthesis, and later for consumers organisms to obtain energy from plant starch. Food chains and food webs allow transfers of energy from producers and consumers and provide the means for all living organisms to acquire nutrition. So next is, nature is beautiful and we are stewards of God's creation. Ang kalikasan ay maganda at tayo ang tagapangasiwa ng lahat ng nilikha ng Diyos. Different religions, from Islam to Buddhism to Judaism, Christian to indigenous people, animism express the belief of caring for the earth, including all creatures. Thus, it is the goal of environmental education and biodiversity conservation education to motivate target audiences towards developing an eco-spirituality that moves them into a more meaningful relationship with nature and a greater participations in the biophysical economic process that make this world a better place to live. So lastly is, everything changes. Ang lahat ay nagbabago. Changes in the biophysical world occur naturally. As they say, there is nothing more permanent in this world than change. Consider the following examples. Metamorphosis of capillaries to butterflies illustrates morphological changes that occur in living forms. The increase of vegetation on Earth augmented the amount of oxygen in the atmosphere through time. Seasons are cyclic changes that contribute to the biodiversity of flowers, fruit, vegetables, and other crops during this year. Random changes manifested by natural catastrophes such as typhoons destroy forests, coral reefs, and mangroves. Volcanic eruptions annihilate surface flora and submerge rivers. So that's all. I hope you learned something. See you in my next vlog. Don't forget to like and subscribe my YouTube channel.